Oh, great color. I like the color. Oh, thanks. Ava picked it out. She's got good Sassing class.
Who supports Nora in her union to Michael today?
Her mother, and I, and everybody here who loves her.
Good afternoon and welcome to the celebration of two wonderful people, Nora Yocum and Michael Dominion. My name is Maureen Johannigan, and I'm Nora's cousin, and it is my true honor and privilege to officiate their wedding today. Great job. Can you believe it? You may be surprised that this day has arrived. Apparently the Dominion family has been known to say we're more likely to win the Powerball lottery than to Michael get married. Well, actually, I think Michael's winning the jackpot now. In fact, we all are. How lucky are we to be here in this gorgeous, rain-kissed location? It's almost as if we were in Lake Carib in Ireland. Perfect for these two Irish fans. After 14 years of witnessing this relationship, plus navigating a global pandemic, the wait is over. Here we are as a community of Nora and Michael's closest friends and family to celebrate and honor their love for each other. I know I feel incredibly grateful and happy to be here to support their lifelong commitment to their love. Thank you all for being here to affirm your relationship with and love for them. We're very fortunate today to be joined by Michael's mother, Carol Ann, and we know we are also joined today by Michael's dad, Edward Dominion. He is not only present in memory, but in our hearts, and is very much part of who Michael is today. We're also feeling very fortunate and grateful to Dr. Steinberg and St. Paul Medical Center several times over to be joined by Nora's parents, Gretchen and Matthew Yoakum, who are celebrating 40 years of marriage this year. I have to say, when Nora and Michael asked me to officiate their wedding, I was deeply honored and a little shocked. This isn't my typical performance arena. You'll see later the dance floor tends to be where I display my talents. So initially I wasn't sure what meaningful words I can impart to Nora and Michael today. So I looked back at the script from our wedding ceremony, having celebrated 5 years of marriage as of yesterday to my dear Ryan. I wanted to share the wise words that Uncle Matt, Nora's dad, gave to us when he officiated at our wedding. Why your wedding means so much to all of us. It is because it affirms love, and because it affirms the magic that is created when family and friends gather to celebrate. Family and friends always make happy times more joyful, just as they make our most difficult times easier to bear. We want this to be true for you year after year for the rest of your lives. We want this for you because we love you. Your happiness is our happiness. So I wish I could promise that every day for the two of you will be just as beautiful and exciting and joyful as today. But we all know that isn't realistic. And you've already learned that. There are bumps and obstacles in the road, but you've seen each other through these ups and downs already because of your remarkable strength, determination, and love for each other. I hope you understand that by having us with you here today, not only will you have each other to rely on, but you'll always have your families and friends to stand by you. Never hesitate to ask for help or advice should you need it. We're all here to show our love and support today and every day for many years to come. And with that, a reading from Michael's sister Mary.
The Key to Love, attributed by an anonymous writer in 1st century BC China. I love this. I'm so thankful that you chose this because it's very short. I'll try to read it without crying. The key to love, here it goes, with rain, is understanding. The ability to comprehend not only the spoken word, but those unspoken gestures, the little things that say so much by themselves. The key to love is forgiveness, to accept each other's faults and pardon mistakes without forgetting, but remembering what you learned from them. The key to love is sharing, facing your good fortune as well as your bad together, both conquering problems, forever searching for ways to intensify your happiness. The key to love is giving, without thought of return, but the hope of a simple smile, and by forgiving in, but never giving up. The key to love is respect, realizing that you, two separate people with different ideas, that you don't belong to each other, that you belong with each other and share a mutual bond. The key to love is inside all of us. It takes time and patience to unlock the ingredients that will take you to its threshold. It is the continual learning process that demands a lot of work, but the rewards are more than worth the effort. And that is the key to love.
Michael, I think this quote is incredibly fitting for you. As many of you know, Nora and Michael met 14 years ago on Cinco de Mayo at Shakespeare's in Kalamazoo. And Marie, Ivy, and Carmen were all there to witness what must have been romance in the air for these two to end up salsa dancing the night of the wedding. And Michael and Nora were basically inseparable ever since. Since that first night, Michael has and continues to say that he thinks Nora is the most interesting person he's ever met. And why might Michael say that? Well, because Nora has some incredible talents. One very notable trait is her resourcefulness. Nora is incredibly persuasive. She has an uncanny ability to convince pretty much anyone of almost anything. Nora is commonly known for persuading hotels to give her an absurdly low rate, and is able to convince the University of Southern California to waive the standardized test fee needed for admissions to graduate school. And this is not a skill she developed later in life, let me tell you. When Nora was very little, she was verbal from a very young age. And one day, Gretchen was pulled over for speeding. Gretchen told Nora that she had been going too fast, but don't worry, everything's going to be fine. When the officer came to the car, 4-year-old Nora piped in, "Hey, lots of other people were going faster than my mom." Gretchen still got a ticket. Nora's tenacious negotiating was just beginning. We've seen Nora have incredible strength in the face of adversity, while also being an incredible advocate for others. By day, Nora is literally advocating for victims and witnesses in her job at the Kalamazoo County Prosecutor's Office. On a personal level, she is tireless when it comes to making sure that her family and friends get the best care and treatment. Nora is a dear and loyal friend, and if she is in your court, she will be your champion 110%. A very memorable moment relayed by Matt and Gretchen was just days after having brain surgery. Shout out again to Dr. Seiberg. Nora visited with another Moyo Moyo patient, Reagan, who was having a pretty difficult time in the intensive care unit. Despite feeling pretty poorly herself, Nora put on a positive, brave face, pushed herself out of her wheelchair, and walked into Reagan's room. Nora spent an hour visiting with this almost stranger, and by the end of their visit, Reagan was less anxious and more positive about her recovery. In reassuring Reagan, Nora herself felt stronger and more hopeful. Helping someone else allowed Nora to see her own strength and goodness. Nora and Michael bring out the best in each other, and we see this goodness in Michael too. While Nora may be a bit louder and more vocal and more supportive of others, Michael brings a calm demeanor and a sweet kindness to all his relationships. He is thoughtful and fun. Of course, we know Nora wasn't Michael's first love. From his first Crunchwrap Supreme. Deep infatuation. All incessant. Luckily, Nora has introduced him to a fine cow. Michael's family and friends say he is a good soul, which I could not agree with more. As the youngest of 7, Michael has learned to listen and watch others closely. Michael takes pride in his family and friends' interests. As a collector and lover of auctions, Michael is so thoughtful to even pick up memorabilia from Nora's grandfather's old business, Three Rivers Gas and Oil. And Michael made this kindness clear to Nora early in their relationship. On their second date, per usual, Nora took a spill off a sidewalk. And Michael was there bandaging her knee. And when Nora wasn't quite ready to commit to dating, but she thought she might like Michael just enough, she'd call him late at night to come pick her and her friends up. Sweet Michael would come in his jammies together. Just to have a chance to hang out with this most interesting woman. We know that, like the character George Bailey in It's a Wonderful Life, one of Nora and Michael's favorite movies, Michael would lasso the moon and pull it down. If that's what Nora wanted, she would only have to say the word. Michael may not be lassoing the moon, but together they love an adventure. Together they have visited 42 states. Individually, Nora is winning at 46 to Michael's 45. They know how to have fun anywhere. Their favorite trip was a monumental road trip to Montana for Eddie's wedding and to visit Yellowstone. And most of all, they love California, especially Napa. But best of all, they know how to have fun in their own backyard, with Sunday adventures around Michigan, touring breweries or stopping at their favorite pizza joint in St. Joe. Nora and Michael know how to have fun and bring out the best in each other. In fact, Nora and Michael are more similar than you may even realize. With a great love of Notre Dame football, it's only fitting that Michael proposed at the Grotto this past Christmas. And they were both named high school's most gullible. Nora and Michael, while you're seasoned and resourceful travelers, there's not a map or an app for this next journey on which you're about to embark. But I'm not concerned because I know that two bright, engaging, and determined people such as you won't shy away from taking risks, making mistakes, and even getting lost a time or two. Your marriage will be your own personal choose-your-own-adventure story. And no matter what happens, I hope you know that all will be well, because you'll be with the love of your life, who happens to be your best friend. Nora and Michael, you'll never be without each other. With that, I'd like to finish with a brief wedding blessing. In the words of John O'Donohue, we wish this for the two of you. May you be blessed by all things. Wings of breath, delight of eyes, wonder of whisper and intimacy of touch, urgency of thought and miracle of health. May you always be present beside each other as beauty brightens and kindness glows, compassionate of heart, gracious in awareness, to serve the call of courage and love, to live a life you would like to recall at the end of your days, leaving your warmth and love living in the hearts of others. Until that time, may you experience each day as a sacred gift woven around hearts of wonder. Now Nora's cousins, Katie, Annie, and Charlie, will perform a medley of songs by Rodgers and Hammerstein.
Some enchanted evening, you may see a stranger. You may see a stranger across a crowded room, and somehow you'll know
their vows with one another.
Nora, I am so lucky to have you in my life, and now that we are here, I couldn't have imagined choosing anyone else but you to go through life's journey with. I love your laugh, your smile, your caring nature. I promise to support you, honor you, and to love you unconditionally. Even when we may disagree on something. I can't imagine where I would be without you. And I cannot wait to continue this journey with you by my side. I love you.
My dearest Michael, I know that there are many people here today who may have thought this day would never come, but I was not one of them. And I always knew we would get to this moment when the time was right for us. I cannot wait for our life's adventures to continue, and I never want to stop exploring the world with you. Whatever hardships we may encounter in the coming years, I know we can get through them together. Please know that I promise to always be there for you, in good times and bad. I promise to always support you, and I promise to love you unconditionally, always and forever, and I'm so excited to finally be married. Oh,
yeah. Michael, do you take Nora to be your wife?
I do.
Nora, do you take Michael to be your husband?
I do.
Eddie, can you hand Nora and Michael the rings, please? These rings that Nora and Michael will give to one another today symbolize the world of possibility before them and the endless influence of their love. The love that began all those years ago at Shakespeare's and will be forever supporting them as they continue on life's journey together. Nora, will you please place this ring upon Michael's finger and repeat after me? Michael?
Oh.
Michael? I give you this ring.
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love.
as a symbol of my love,
And that I am choosing to share my life's journey with you.
and that I'm choosing to share my life's journey with you.
I give you this ring
I give you this ring
with the pledge to love you today, tomorrow, always and forever.
with the pledge to love you today, tomorrow, always, and forever.
Michael, please place this ring upon Nora's finger. And repeat after me. Nora, I give you this ring
Nora, I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love,
as a symbol of my love,
and that I am choosing to share my life's journey with you.
and that I am choosing to share my life's journey with you.
I give you this ring
I give you this ring,
with the pledge to love you today, tomorrow, always and forever.
pledge to love you today, tomorrow, and always forever.
And now, with the love and support of all your families and friends gathered here, and the power vested in me by the state of Michigan, it is my honor and delight to pronounce you husband and wife. Now, it is my great honor and privilege to present to you for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Dominion!